let me tell you the story of a necromancer who found herself torn between duty and soul. A tale of Alenor Voss, keeper in training of the dreadful, wondrous Palimpsest Vault. Beneath the ruined spires of Ashreach, where frost-bitten winds carry whispers of forgotten glory, lies the vault, a labyrinthine archive of knowledge so ancient that even the gods tread lightly upon its secrets. It is a place of paradox, where the living curate the voices of the dead, and at its blackened heart dwells the archmage Lareth, now lich and self-appointed guardian of the undying knowledge preserved below. The vault is no ordinary library. Here, the memories of long-past scholars, poets, and kings are bound into sentient scrolls, their shades trapped within skeletal wardens dusted with gold filigree. Every turn of parchment, every bony hand moving to shelve a tome, echoes the brilliance and torment of lives siphoned from death into perpetual servitude. It was this eerie place, hovering between enlightenment and violation, that Alenor, young, tender-hearted, and idealistic, called home. As a necromancer, her talents lay in the subtlety of souls, yet her conscience struggled against the weight of her calling. A memory, Alenor often murmured to herself in moments of doubt. Is it the same as a soul, or do I do violence, remaking a man as if he were but ink and paper? Her answer came not from her own musings, but from the fading script of an old, forgotten scroll. By faint candlelight and the chill of moss-coated stone, she discovered a margin note scrawled with childlike innocence, a plea for return. The words bit deep. If you read these letters, know that I was only 8. Please, someone take me home. The skeletal librarian holding the scroll seemed to pause, its empty sockets locked with hers as though it too understood the weight of the words. Unease had already settled heavy upon her, but this discovery kindled a crackling doubt in her heart, a doubt the vault's keeper council didn't appreciate. Discussing the ethical implications of preserving memories often earned Alenor cold stares from her superiors, and she was reminded by the lich himself, Archmage Lareth, that knowledge often demanded sacrifices lesser minds could not comprehend. Lareth, his voice like parchment crumbling, would intone, "They are preserved, child. Better this fate than oblivion. Would you abandon your calling for moral squeamishness?" But this was not to remain a philosophical debate for much longer. One fateful moonless night, 2 outsiders arrived at the vault's gates. The first was Maris, her black hair streaked with salt and her eyes hollow from grief. She demanded entrance, claiming her mother's memory was imprisoned here against her will. Her mourning voice shook like brittle leaves. "She was a poet once. She's no warden. She's no scroll. She deserves to rest." Despite the sorrow etched on Maris's face, the words resonated like the sharpest chisel to stone within Alenor. The second visitor was Syllan, a gnome artificer with a perpetual look of curiosity and wonder shining in his lenses. "Surely there's an ethically sound workaround," Syllan theorized. "If life can create marvels, why should death mean permanence? Perhaps we could rebuild minds without chains." He started sketching ridiculous contraptions on the frost-laden air. His hopeful naivety offered Alenor a tantalizing alternative, but even dreams have their cost. Alenor quickly realized the truth. There could be no compromise without danger, and the wardens, many unaware of their stolen nature, would raise skeletal hands against her the moment she defied the vault's binding magics. The root of this enslavement stood unbroken, Lareth's phylactery, hidden within the vault, keystone of his immortality and seat of its dark authority. Destroy it, and the enslaved memories might finally find peace, or they might unravel completely. Yet, another path whispered to her that night. Lareth himself summoned her into his inner sanctum, a vast chamber of void black bookshelves, candlelit skulls, and a cauldron of molten gold whose reflected flames danced across his skeletal visage. "Your sentiment weakens you, Alenor," said the lich, his voice suffused with tangible age. This vault must endure, or the sacrifices of thousands will decay to nothing. But he traced a skeletal finger into the cauldron's glow, the faintest expression creeping across his deathly features. There is another way. Take my phylactery. Become the guardian. Immortal, singular. This burden can transform into purpose, child. Behind his words lay promises of power and indelible legacy. Alenor's heart wavered. At that moment, 3 paths unraveled before her, threads of fate trailing off into mist. The first, honor Maris's grief and unleash the captive memories, dismantling the vault and unleashing potential chaos upon the world. Freedom rang loud in her mind, but with it came the price of fragile truths scattered into oblivion. The second, follow Silen's vision of trying to reform the magic carefully, negotiating trust with souls who might only see her as part of their enslavement. An arduous path, balancing patience against the tempest of righteous anger among the trapped. And the third path, Lareth's seductive offer, to become the vault itself, preserving its secrets at the cost of her mortal soul. Could she, who hesitated to rob others of their agency, volunteer to sacrifice her own? Sometimes, Alenor thought aloud, her breath fogging against the cold air of the sanctum, we hoard knowledge, not because we treasure it, but because we fear its loss. Was that what the first keeper feared? Is it what I should fear now? The lich tilted his head slightly, observing the battle within her. The candlelit confrontation ended in a choice, but not without echoes of its pain. As Alenor descended deeper into the vault's bowels, she whispered an incantation she'd never used before. Her words vanished into the dusk, weaving fates beyond her knowing. Whether she shattered bones, reformed bonds, or stepped into eternity herself, none who have seen her since can say. What lingers still is the ripple of that decision, memories freed, rewritten, or eternally guarded in the chill halls of Ashreach. Would you have opened the bindings of the past or safeguarded them forever? Comment your thoughts, and perhaps your version of history will be told by firelight soon. And don't forget to subscribe, adventurers. More stories of heroics and bittersweet choices await.